This year, for the first time, players will be competing using two styles, regular soap and water hand washing and the hand sanitizer method.
The Escape Pod.
I am Timmy Taco.
I'm Jezbot.
And I'm Sean Enough.
And this is Turnstile Records presents The Escape
Pods.
A podcast. You know because you're listening to it.
And welcome back. If you're a first-time listener, what the hell have you been doing? We've been here
And if
for...
you're a last-time listener, get the fuck out of here.
Well, we
Who needed ya?
appreciate the download all the same.
Yeah, why not?
Goes to our stats.
Even if it is an automatic download on your podcast app, somebody's downloading it.
Yeah, where's all my data go? Where's all my data going?
Yeah, I know.
it's,
Yeah, data.
yeah.
It's all about data. DDD, data, data.
Song of data.
Oh, yeah. Lover. You don't treat me no good no more.
And what was the one you said the other day? Lavish Galava?
Shava Glover.
Shava Galava.
It's the Spider Bait song.
Yeah, there you go. That's Melbourne, my Melbourne. Right there. How's it going, boys?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Good to be back in the Escape Pod.
Yeah.
I can complain.
Yes,
I've got
you sure
I've
can.
got a good riff on Bunnings. Oh, man,
Bunnos.
I had my Michael Douglas falling down
Another one, Jeremy.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've already had that moment.
That was a running theme.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Aren't you constantly in that moment? You should have I had a Jezbot relaxes on the couch moment. Everything else is
I
a
never
falling
relax
down
in-
moment.
There is no relaxing on the couch. Anyway, so I was. I'll shout out my local Bunnings, the Notting Hill one. I go up there, they know me.
Bunno.
Yeah, it's a good Bunnos.
Okay.
Yep.
They get
I would say 85% of the workers there actually give a shit when I go in there. They're good guys. I don't know who to look for if I need something done. But
G'day, Trabo.
But I've been going to a different Bunnos, and it's a mega one. It's really big, and I'm going to call them out. I'm going to shout them out right here.
Oh, they're a bit too big for their own boots.
Springvale Bunnings, your customer service stinks.
Really?
Stinks.
Okay.
First morning run. You know, you're doing your morning run. You're getting all your timbers, and there's one dude on the trade desk, one guy. And so it sort of started there. I think everything all right over there, Tim.
Technical difficulties.
That's better for
Yeah,
me.
that is better for me as well.
Yep. It's better for all involved.
Well, I'll take it back. I drove into Bunnings and I already had some timber on top from yesterday. So I usually stick my head to there's a guy on the gate. And I just go, hey, mate, there's timber on top.
Yeah. Bringing this
But I
in.
couldn't see him anywhere. And then
Bought
all
this
of a
Mars bar in the other shop.
Yeah, that's right.
I had this with me, yeah.
So this guy, this young buck, he's the guy on the desk and at the gate. And he pulls, I couldn't see, where is he? And he sort of sticks his head around this pallet into my window and he kind of gives a big old yawn.
An up early in the morning yawn.
And I'm like, I said, oh, sorry, mate. Sorry to interrupt your coffee break you're having over there. So I'm already.
Can I be the other guy for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Did you actually say that to him?
I did.
Okay, so I'll be the other guy. Oh, sorry, mate. I was up last night. I wanted to sleep in. I didn't get to.
This is the thing.
You're up early.
It's the drag.
Sorry.
It's the dragging of the feet.
Yeah.
It's the
letting everyone know.
the attitude of I don't care about this job and I don't care if I'm gonna hold you up. I'm just doing my thing. Anyway, so, yes.
The mark of a
You can't treat your occupation with such complacency.
no, and the mark of a
pride.
good party goer, like a rager or a raver, as Jeremy would say, is that you can handle it the next day. It's like, oh, big night last night. You use it as like a badge of honour, don't you?
That's right.
When you're one of the boys.
And I performed the next day as well. I'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to go to work at 6:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's assuming that his sleep deprivation is party related. It could be any number of reasons.
Okay, yeah.
Could be sleep apnea.
Could be depression.
Well, you could have stayed up all night dreaming about licking another person's cat's bum. That's what depression does to a person.
Yeah,
It
that's
does
right.
keep you up at night.
It
sure
It does. Oh, and
well-
any number of things. He could have had a sick family member. He could have
Melatonin
shit
levels
the
are
bed.
low.
Yeah, low melatonin. Which is common in today's society.
Yeah, it is. Not
Very
enough,
common.
Not enough sun. Vitamin D. Or is it melatonin? I don't know. Vitamin D. So that wasn't my falling down moment. It's building up. It's
Escalating.
Escalating.
Oh, so this is rung 1.
Yes, that's
Of a. I'm just trying to work out what's
many rungs
in ladder terms.
and a ladder, 6-foot ladder. Let's say
Are
that's
they
my
rungs
limits.
or
Yes.
are they
Yep.
steps?
rung of a ladder? I think
Okay.
you've got
Rung
to
of
nail
a
it.
You're
Yeah.
at rung 1
Yes.
on the Christmas work ladder.
Yeah, and then I've just got through the gates. The second part was there's supposed to be people helping you load up timber.
Yep,
And
makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm there by myself loading up 6 meter, 180 or 190 bits of timber. You know, it's a
That's
long,
not OH&S.
long lengths, but no one's to be seen. And it's first thing in the morning. Like, where is everyone? This is the most important part of the day. Most important meal of the day is the morning time.
Yep.
So I'm already now I'm at rung 3.
Oh,
4.
we're going all the way up the ladder in this story.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
is all
talking
within
about the
Bunnings.
Christmas season.
No, that's
Okay. Okay. We're on the ladder.
I'm going to need an excavator. What are those things that go all the way up?
A cherry picker.
Cherry picker.
Yep.
So then I have to go into the tool section because there's 2 separate checkouts. You've got to go to the tool section to buy your tools, and you got to go to the trade desk for your trade desk.
Can I take it? I can't get a tool out of the tool shop to buy at the trade desk, but I can get something from in or around the trade desk and pay for it in the tool shop.
That's correct.
Is that system gone mad?
Yeah, you can. You can bend the rules. Sometimes you can get a tool out of the tool shop, but not always. It's there for security. They put the expensive stuff in a little secure pen in the middle of the shop.
Yeah, the thievery is out of control.
It's rampant.
Yeah, absolutely rampant.
So I kind of understand that. Actually, no, I was there to get a trailer, and you have to hire it from the tool shop. The trailer. Anyway, so the girl had a learner badge on, and it's a full form that you got to fill out, and I know how long it takes.
Yeah.
And
I don't like where this is going. We're climbing up the rungs of the ladder of the falling down.
There's a learner on rung 2.
and then a learner is turning into the next lane.
That's it.
It's not good.
That's it. It's not-
Well, I
learner.
knew that from previous experiences.
Driving
that
simulations,
It's a
yep.
good when a dude doesn't know how to fill in the paperwork for the trailer hire. It could take
it
bloody,
could take eons.
it could take like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's 7 minutes I don't have.
Yeah.
Other people would say I'm impatient. I would say I'm efficient.
Okay.
So there's a dude behind me, and he's only got a hacksaw. And so I said to him, he was a younger bloke, and he was
Gonna go chop up your wife, huh?
he was like, this is how it's not bad, Tim.
Okay.
This is how I know I'm really angry is when the guy is bigger than me, formidable character, and I still say something to him. I still have a crack. Because what happens is I said to him, mate, you've only got a hacksaw. This trailer business usually takes a while. Why don't you just go in ahead of me, nick in ahead of me?
Oh no.
And he goes, and then walks in front of me, pays for his stuff, does not turn around, and walks off. Gets his receipt and walks off.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, and I'll take.
Orders a trailer.
Damn.
And I said, hey, mate. And he turns back around. I said, no worries. Thanks. It's all good.
What did he do?
He looked at me like I was a mental patient.
I think you are. He looked at you like everybody else does.
Yeah. And so I turned to the learner chick and I go, some people, hey, it's like, it's out of control.
I don't know. I'm just a learner.
Anyway, so she couldn't do it. She didn't know how to do it. She had to get her boss in. So I'm ramping up for the day, ramping up.
Yeah. Next rung.
Get to the trade desk. And there's 9 people and there's one person serving at the trade desk. First thing in the morning.
It always boggles me. It doesn't matter what the business is, tools or other.
9 o'clock in the morning, mate.
People can see what's going on. They know.
I said, hey, dude, do you reckon you could call someone to get someone else to serve?
Yeah.
And he's, I'm the hero of the line. I stood up for everyone's rights, but I'm the psycho.
Yeah, but like
Because I say something.
Yeah, because psychos tried to get everybody in on it, like
To
when
justify
you turn
it.
around in the queue and go, duh, 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 and they expect them to go, duh,
You want
with
someone
ya.
to back you up.
Yeah. You're trying to get back up.
Anyway, so the trailer guy, he's dragging his feet. I can't stand him. He's no good to me. Everyone's walking at a snail's pace. Everyone's dragging their feet. You know, do your shoelaces up, pull up your pants, put on a belt, and let's have some respect for yourself, respect for your job, even though it's low wage, minimum wage or whatever.
Just not that bad. Bunnings is
Wait a minute.
better than other places.
Stop for a second. Stop for a second. Are you describing me working for you? Because the first thing you said to me when I rocked up to work the other day was, so you're wearing a belt today, Tim? Well, yeah, I am. Because you did say that.
Yes.
And I am on minimum wage because I'm actually paying you back for labour you did for me. So
Swapsies.
So there's no more minimum than zero.
It's a swap.
That's what you do. You drag your feet, do you? You drag your feet. Drag your feet. You drag your feet.
It's just not good enough. It's like, and then this kid's like, have you got a shackle? And I said, no, I don't have a shackle. Have you got him at the desk? He goes, yeah, I'll go get you one. And so he starts sauntering back.
Yeah.
And so I figure by the time he gets there and then back to the trails, it's going to be another 2 minutes.
Did you run past him?
I walked past him.
Went to the blacksmith section, fashioned one out of a bit of cold steel.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
He grabbed his keys and went, bent them into a U shape. I just use these.
So it's just so anyway. The rest of the day, I was ramping up, and I got home, and all I wanted to do was I downloaded the UFC Fight app, $10 a month, and I watched dudes beat this absolute snot out of each other for a good hour and a half.
Now, what you haven't seen there, Sean, is that
That feels better.
it's great that you've got that app, Jeremy, but. It's after we sat in here and we were doing some mini episodes and we were just looking for a bit of research. And we thought, can we make a song, or do you want to edit an episode or add to the episodes? So we sat there and watched YouTube for a little bit and somehow got onto this old school wrestling VHS, which was instructional. But we're talking like Rowdy Paper, those days, right?
It's like a WWF.
WWF.
Wrestling.
But it was almost like wrestling from just before that, like 70s.
I think it would have. Yeah, it's like it's not WWF. It's kind of like the Canadian version.
Oh, it was a Canadian version.
Yeah, something.
Then shortly after that, you went out and got the app where two men are,
I just
chinning each other. Is that what you called it? Chinning?
Yeah, they chin each other. They dig their chin in, and I was watching one the other night. I was watching one last night.
A bit
So
more
you're up in a tussle, right? We were going hard at it. We've got our shirts off. We're like
Sweaty.
circling each other, sweating,
bloody.
And we lock personal spaces together. Right?
It's very close to that,
sweat
too.
is
in an
there.
aggressive fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to win points. I'm trying to get a hit in. I'm trying to do some things. I'm trying to
to
you
kill
down.
you.
I'm trying to kill you. And to get you off of me, I push my chin into any part of you, so you go, oh, it's like getting a cork.
Oh, yeah.
But if you've got a bit of stubble there, it really
Sand it off.
It can make
Rubs it in.
Can give a bloke an advantage or a disadvantage.
Well, I think
So,
that the
chinning.
dudes, the people fighting in these death matches, they're pretty hardcore, and a little bit of stubble, giving a bit of a sandpaper effect. Look, I see these people butt heads, and they're bleeding, and they're getting punched in the liver, and I don't think of a little bit of stubble stopping them, Tim.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure. Sean.
I think it's more of the digging. The digging.
The impact. Less so than the exfoliation.
Yeah, right.
But anyway,
Gotcha.
As thorough or as extreme
I
as
just
it
thought
may
it was
be.
really interesting that as soon as we watched this video of an old man showing you how to wrestle, and it was kind of...
It was like a white person in the 80s trying to teach you how to riggedy rap.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those
break
videos.
dance, and some
real
high school
how-to.
gym teacher that's
Straight after he goes and gets the app where two men are wrestling together.
Well,
So
this is the
I
thing,
thought that was
like-
interesting.
It's a running theme.
It is.
You don't.
Getting into it.
I'm not a violent person, but I don't mind watching a little bit of violence when it's in the ring and it's everyone's into it, everyone's signed up for it. I don't mind it. And,
Safe word.
And
Yep.
it is so that I don't have to go out on the streets and do it. Like, it serves a purpose, a community service, like these boxings and the kickboxing, whatever it is.
Yeah. Do you find that watching it helps release those otherwise aggressive intentions, or
100%.
Or does it influence them?
No, you look at it, you watch a match and you say, I'm never going to mess with anyone on the street because these little flyweight dudes could ninja kick me in the head
Absolutely.
so
Okay, 'cause
hard.
it's
That's
not
one
like
of the
so it's not
most respectable things you learn from training.
It's like, don't.
As soon as you go training, you realise very quickly that you can't read a person because you can stand up really well against the biggest of fellas, and then
Yeah.
a small fella can come out and take you out really surprisingly and painfully. And that's the same thing. You that's the thing that martial arts teaches you. It humbles you very quickly in that the more you learn, the more you realise that you don't know nothing.
Well, I
That's
think
right.
a lot of people
I think
learnt
that's
that.
what you're getting at.
I think
it
a lot
is.
of lot of people learnt that lesson in the 80s when they came out of movies like Karate Kid, The Predator, and all these movies where they like Bloodsport, and
Van
they
Damme.
come out and then instantly people used to get into fights. Like they felt like, I feel so Van Damme right now. I feel so hot Van Damme.
That's better than feeling like Steven Seagal.
Yeah, it's true. Have you heard about
What is it?
have you heard about what Steven Seagal's getting
What's he been up to?
investigated for? Let's just say allegedly
Yeah.
human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
Yes,
That makes sense.
It goes.
he's a he's a favorite of the
Here's
show.
the list of things you don't want to be on the news for.
Anything?
Human trafficking is probably number one.
Yeah.
I would say setting up dog fights. That's a no-no.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
Animal
number
cruelty.
3 being in any of the Under Siege franchise.
Yeah.
True.
Any
Oh,
mob,
but linked to the mob,
Yeah,
all
obviously.
of those movie
or
franchises.
the
aren't they?
Russian mafia, I think, maybe.
I think that the mobs have always aligned themselves with action stars. It shows strength.
You got your Sinatra. You got your who else is Steven Seagal. Move on.
Just finally on that, on watching, having an outlet for violence is, it's. I can watch things, then I don't have to do it. It's like,
Well, I would have thought that after that, you would have thought you wanted to be a fighter.
no, it's like, you watch things on the internet. Some of the things in my browser history.
Okay.
I want to watch, but I don't actually want to do.
Okay.
And so, fighting.
relate to that.
Fighting is one of them.
Okay.
I like to watch it, don't want to do it. per
Right.
se.
Fair enough. Yep. Okay.
And by the way, you will break into my house and
and delete
erase
your
my browser history before,
Yeah, we know that.
It's nothing illegal, but nothing I'm really keen for anyone else to see.
No, fair enough. But I'll tell you what people do see that people aren't too keen to admit that they see. We've talked about this in previous episodes, and they may or may not. Allegedly, I might be speculative here, but we're talking about chemtrails.
Yep.
We'll put it under that title. That's such a
we've
bad
got
title.
Sin City.
Yeah, Sin-
Sinspiracies. Yeah.
Well, talking about conspiracies, you might recall we talked about chemtrails last time. I went on a rant how I thought there was one in the sky on the way here.
And you were probably right. Yeah.
May or may not have been. I'm not falling all over myself saying that they're poisoning the skies or anything like that. And this is the point that I come to when we're talking about it. I think I do see things in chemtrails sometimes, or things that look like it, peculiar, expanding, things of gas in the sky. And if that is the case, I never thought that there was anything sinister behind them. I thought possibly it was just a form of geoengineering to reflect a bit of sunlight, reflect a bit of the sun's energy back into the sky. Pretty decent way to help curb,
I think you
warming.
said on that episode, if they're not doing it, they bloody well should be.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They are. It's come out recently.
Is it?
Yeah, well, they're not saying that they are doing it from the planes, but they've said that researchers have started developing a test, talking about how if they use a reflective calcium, a white calcium carbonate that they disperse through the skies to help reflect some of the sun's energy. They're going to start a test where they say they're going to put a big giant balloon in the sky and then let little puffs out and then measure the effects that it has.
weather balloon.
Yeah, a weather balloon. But, well, I don't know. Possibly it is just going into research, but possibly if we're hearing about it going into research, it's
already
probably
happened.
20 years ago.
And, now they're just watering it into us to get used to the
How
idea.
high do those drones go that you get from, like, Caribbean Gardens? Or a good one?
I don't know. Have you ever tried? The good ones would go pretty high.
Up to
a
where the vape clouds are, or
Doubt it. It's probably
Chem
run out of
Trails?
range
Yeah.
beforehand.
Couldn't we send something up there to take a little bit of a sample?
Yeah, send a drone up
think
into
so.
it.
I think so. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's the sort of thing that should be quite easily debunked, And I'd be, if someone turned around and said, no, that's water vapor, how it sits in the sky these days, whatever. And I'd be perfectly willing to accept that as well. I just think that how they behave in the sky is quite strange these days, and it's not necessarily like a water vapor. And that was always my thought, that it could be that a reflective thing, because it makes sense. In some of the things that I've read about the polar ice caps melting, the more that they melt, the less, because they're all white and they reflect a lot of the sun's energy.
That's right,
And
yeah.
they're doing a big part for the environment to keep the Earth cooler by reflecting it. And as they shrink, then what replaces it is ocean, and that's the thing we don't want to warm up, but it actually does warm up because of the sunlight's getting absorbed by the sea
It's
and
not being
reflected.
blocked by the
So, I instantly started thinking, well, why don't we? Shouldn't it be mandatory if you build a house to make the roof white?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Little
Here we
things
go.
like this.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
anything, you know what I mean? As we reduce the Earth's capacity to reflect or help itself, we should be replacing it in ways, and that just made sense to me.
Okay,
that
so
could be-
all roads white,
All roads white.
all
That's
cars
that's
safety.
That's probably not great for safety.
all cars. No, go with me here.
Just go
all
outside
cars white. Everybody has to wear white,
Yeah.
like Star Trek.
Or that's
Is that what that was about?
like those rave parties.
That probably was in that
The,
franchise.
the rave
Oh, the
party.
white parties, yeah.
Yeah,
That was that.
I was going to say, what were they called again?
They had nothing to do with white power. They were about unity, those things, because at the end of the night, everybody was filthy.
Okay,
Remember those white parties at New Year's Eve? That they start, you go in all your, what is
Best white gear.
your best whiteys, and then you
best
come out.
whiteys to a New Year's Eve doof?
I know. I know. You're asking for it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
When the roof is sweating.
The roof was raining at that. We went to a party, and it was just so much sweat
Condensation.
and
Yeah.
condensation in the air that it was raining
Sweat.
Yeah, well, you get 5,000 people doing extremely intense aerobics for 12 hours.
It is.
You're going to get some condensation going.
Yeah, you will get a few clouds of.
Chem Trails.
Yeah, I'll say.
Maybe that's it.
No, that is it.
Yeah.
But okay, that's good. So
Yep.
this is a strategy to save the world.
Well,
Just change the rules. Bend
yeah.
the rules a little bit. Do we have
it's
to
easier.
pump,
It's easy to
talcum
do.
powder?
It's easy to do in places like China, where the government can just say, "Look, no more."
It's white.
Yeah.
Now, from now on,
Every-
it's white everything.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. White overnight.
White overnight.
Oh, by the way, the river's going this way now. We're going to drown your village.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
12 days.
and just look directly down the barrel of this gun.
I'll tell you what, talk about a rogue state. Also a lovely state. But apparently they've jumped the gun, and they're doing the genome editing. There's been a couple of babies been born recently that have
Excellent,
had
excellent.
the CRISPR CSR9.
Ah, yes, the CRISPR. Yes,
Yeah, the
yes,
CRISPR.
yeah.
Can you okay enlighten me? Because let's just pretend I'm one of the listeners. That
Well,
go,
I'm
"What are
going
you
from
talking
memory
about?"
here, so I'm going to get it wrong. But yeah, they've apparently that there's been an agreement that it's meant to be illegal to do so far, and if you are to do it, then it has to have a direct medical reason. To
So
do
we're talking upgrade, are we?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
it's
talking upgrades.
small. I think it's slicing out as well. Like
Okay,
take-
so we
take out
know
a
we
bit
know
of
about this,
Yep.
this, and this. Turn those off. We want a perfect sun.
Yeah, it's
Apparently, this test was they made someone unable to get AIDS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Switch. Oh, is that the cure?
Yeah, there was a certain protein that apparently the AIDS virus needs to connect to infect you. So they altered the structure of that protein so it could no longer connect to it.
and the CRISPR thing is the technology. I think it's the machine
Yeah.
that's able to splice it out. And
Oh, it's not that.
Can-
It's not that section in the bottom of your fridge that keeps the vegetables.
That thing's useless. Yeah, so that's a myth. But CRISPR's real. Like it can identify and change individual parts of your DNA.
Okay,
It's pretty amazing.
I like it. Okay, so what's your A1 K1 as it was upgrade? What would be the first thing you'd upgrade?
Okay.
And let's just. I don't want to know about your fucking ailments or
I'd
my
say-
dick's so small, I want it bigger. Anything like that. I want a legit.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think, see that little bit on my beard? The little patchy parts of my beard? Maybe a thicker beard.
Oh, that's a good
Full
one.
beard. Okay.
Full of beard.
Okay.
Just give us a bit of splice
Yeah,
that
I
in.
do come through in the old patchy patch.
Yeah.
But you've able to get one in.
I've been training the beards.
I can't seem to train the beard.
Nah.
So a bit
Not a
more,
beard trainer.
more hair up here, and a little less length down there. If you know what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I would. I'd upgrade my toenails to stay an average size. Never
have to clip
never
them.
grow
Never have to
up.
cut them.
They never grow up.
I kind of like
yeah.
cutting my toenails.
What?
Yeah, look, I'll do it without it.
Yeah, I like that.
You like it?
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Collect
you
them
like
all.
cutting them yourself, or you like getting a petty?
I'll have a petty every once in a while. When I'm overseas, mainly, I'll get a petty and a foot rub.
Yep.
At the end of the day, after a full body massage, you get your foot rub on the way home.
Hot tip. A petty is when someone rubs your feet. A pedo is someone that rubs a child's feet.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought that was a pedometer.
Oh, that was a podiatrist. Shit. Well, anyways, they do correlate.
Speaking of overseas, and were we?
Yeah, China.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of overseas, I received a
Oh,
phone
checks
call
out.
on my Teleo phone, amazingly enough. And
Home phone.
no, my mobile.
Okay.
I wasn't there to answer it. I don't remember the phone ringing, but they left a message.
I think I might know what this is.
And I might.
I think I might know as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get a call
Something
from
about-
the Chinese Embassy of Australia?
No, let's have a listen.
To me on my department division number 7, 5641 1240. I repeat 7, 5641 1240. Now if we don't hear from you, we have to issue arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested. So get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you.
So it seems like if I don't get back to them, we are going to have to arrest you.
Is it from the tax department?
It doesn't say.
Yeah,
It's
well,
from,
Cassie got a phone call very similar to that, a message saying,
Oh no, that sounds dangerous. You should call them. Do they
I
need
really
money?
should.
You should give them your money. You don't want to be arrested.
I thought about. I did write down the number. We could actually call it.
it's a rotating,
That'd be great.
that phone number only lasts for a couple of minutes. Tell you
it's a
why.
burner.
Tell you why. Cassie got the same sort of thing. This is from the tax department. Was issued a warrant for blah, blah, blah. You owe us money. Tax.
Yep.
Calls up our accountant immediately and says, "What's the deal?" He goes, "It's bullshit. It's a complete
Step.
stop." Hey, they also called him, about 15 of his clients. He's called the tax department, said, "This is the scam that's going on. Here's the phone number." They immediately call the phone number. It's already disconnected.
Already gone.
Oh,
It's a
damn,
burner.
like a ghost. Gone, vanished like a virgin on prom night.
Yeah, well,
gone.
if you're lucky enough, I guess. So don't. That's a hot tip from Turnstile Records presents the Escape Pod. It's a lie. They're not coming for you. You will not get arrested.
No.
Don't give them any money.
So basically, the number will be out of date. And that brings me segues to my game,
Okay.
which I call "Is it out of date?" Right?
Well, I've got a segue for that as well. Good one.
Okay, cool. Well,
Good one.
can I play my game
We'll
first?
do you first, and then I'll slip into my segue seamlessly.
So I pulled out some stuff from Timmy's crawl space.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And you've got your you've got a couple of items from
I see them down there. Yep.
sort of history, and I want to know if they're out of date or not,
Ah, yes.
or if they're cool enough to be in date.
Yep.
Still, like, has it turned kitsch, or is it
Like
just
A belt buckle. Can you still wear them?
can you wear
they-
those little things that hang off your collar?
The necktie, the old country and western necktie. What's that? What's that?
What are those called?
Oh, I know the ones that got two little ropes, little middle,
Yeah.
little bits in the.
Yeah.
the
Is that
usually
supposed
like a
to
bone thing
is
in
that
the middle.
supposed to replace a tie?
Yeah, it's a Texan's tie, I think.
Okay. So
I don't know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where did the tie come from? What did the obsession with keeping your shirt done up with a bit of rope? Where did that come from?
I'm feeling more of a pomp and circumstance, cover it up, governor. You're not allowed to show any skin. So, get that neck all covered up.
Yep.
Citizen
Tie it off,
upright.
that inside world, that personal world, like tighten it off and cut it off to the outside world.
Well, when back in the day, everyone was wearing suits to everything to work, like to dig in holes, you're wearing a suit. And how are you going to know that you're at home relaxing if you can't take your tie off? Unbutton that top button.
It's a psychological trigger.
Because it's the same clothes you're wearing to church that you're wearing to your bricklaying job, as far as I could see from all the photos.
Yeah, I guess that's the reward at the end of any hard slog is
Take
ripping
that
the
tie off.
Yeah. Okay, so
Cracking a
I've
beer and
reached
then
into
cracking the missus.
Escape
Cook
Pods
the man
does
some
not in any way
eggs, you-
condone violence towards
Well,
women.
I was thinking it was the 1920s, 30s. It's a way
so
more
like
violent.
classic.
These days, cracking the missus means giving her some good love.
Yeah, good old kiss around the...
Oh, what have you got there?
I've got the first item for is it out of date? Now it's Trivial Pursuit, but the 1984 Horn Abbott Limited Edition. And if I just randomly pick one, and then I'll ask a question, and then we'll decide
Is it out of date?
is it out of date. Okay.
What colour first? Because different colours are different subjects.
Okay.
I think blue's sport. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if this is.
Green's geography.
Let's see
Maybe?
if this is out of date. Where does Dr. Dolittle live when he isn't travelling?
With the animals.
Incorrect. It's Puddleby on the Marsh.
Sounds so familiar.
So relevant to today, or it's out of date?
Sounds a little bit out of date.
Where was Dr. Dolittle travelling to all the time? What does Dr. Dolittle do?
Dolittle is the one that he can talk to the animals.
Just imagining shouting with a chimp or chimpanzee.
Is that Disney, that version that we're singing? Or is that just
It
like...
would be. It sounds like a Disney's.
It's not the Eddie Murphy version. That's for sure. That's for Sean.
Sure enough.
So Trivial Pursuit, only one question, Tim. You're not going to do another one?
No, because I'm going through a couple of things I pulled out of my
yes.
crawl
I would
space.
say yes, 100% out of date.
Is craft beer becoming out of date? Because what I actually want to know, right,
More popular than ever, isn't it?
is I'm at the pub and they're sponsored by, let's just say, Popular Craft Beer, okay? And all of its affiliated flavours and varieties, right? Which there's hundreds, right? So really, it's a real pick and mix out there when you order yourself a beer from a club these days.
You never know.
Not only do you pay too much because it's crafty, but what I've found is that I don't want to be put in the situation where I'm asking for a particular beer, like I know what the craft beer is.
Yeah, because then they'll start with the jargon and that you'll become unstuck.
I don't know. I don't want to go up there and go,
You want
give
a
me
stout, an IPA, or a...
yeah.
Like,
you want a pale ale?
Just put it in a
with some
glass.
lemon?
Put it in a glass.
And I don't want to be shunned. Am I out of date for going up and saying, just a Carlton Draft, thanks?
Absolutely not.
No, because I think you'll find, Tim, that Carlton Draft is owned by Woolworths, that owns the Liquorland, that owns the
Craft beer.
all the craft beers.
Do they?
The easiest way to make some quick coin is start a microbrewery, and then CUB will come and snatch it up.
Okay. Okay, so if I don't know how to necessarily
Are you
order
saying-
off their craft selection, am I less of a punter if I come up and I just go, just a Vic bitter, thanks, love?
Just a fridge rat, thanks, love.
Yeah.
No, you're actually more of a punter.
Too much of a punter
You
for
see
a craft
through-
environment?
You see through the bullshit, the lies, Tim, of this craft.
But I
craft
don't,
mania.
because I'll just go, they go, which one do you want? I'll get the,
Do you ever just say,
who's our pale ale?
dealer's choice? Like, just
Well, I do
hook me
that,
up?
a
but,
portion of the
I've found that I've done that a couple of times, and the majority of the time I get from the bartender, "Ugh, yeah, this one's all right. But they're just going, this one's an eyesight,
Yeah, they need to know their product. and
No, I think they do, but I'm supposed to be the one that's supposed to know the crafty. So I go up there and I go, "Oh, you got Stoneswood. Oh, that's great. Stoneswood's
pint of Stony, thanks, mate.
yeah,
Love a Stony.
that's my brother's cousin's friend's brew.
Oh, I went down there. I went to that brewery on my honeymoon. Tastes good at the brewery, straight from the tap.
Oh yeah, that's the only way to have it, really. So I'll have a Carlton Draft, please.
Hey, talking about Carlton Draft, have you had the barrel beer? What is it? It's not the barrel beer. Yeah, it is the barrel beer.
Sounds a bit crafty for me.
Oh no, this stuff's pretty special. See, this stuff doesn't get put into the kegs, where they have a special pubs get a system installed where they get their own copper vat that's placed above the bar. It's actual copper vat, and if the beer gets shipped from CUB and then put into the copper vat, so it never gets pressurised and it's non-pasteurised. It's fresh beer from straight into a copper vat.
And it's using the gravity to pour it.
Gravity to pour it.
A gravity pour.
Gravity pour.
So does that mean no bubbles?
No, there's bubbles.
Okay.
There's
Does that
bubbles
mean-
as a natural part of the fermentation process.
How do they
Yeah,
keep
it's the
it?
bubbles of nothing that make it something. I say
Okay,
this like every
yeah,
single
it's
week.
true. Yeah, you do say that a lot.
I do say that a lot.
All right. So look. I'm not out of date.
Absolutely
You know,
not.
For wine.
but I've been talking about beer like this is kind of making me want to have a beer.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
you know,
sorry.
some blokes will say you go to the bar, you get a pint of Stone and Wood. You know, that's a craft beer that's available pretty standardly now across the board. And I'll have a bloke say, you know what that is? You know what? Even though it's pretty common, you know what that is? That's Passiona on a bad day. That is. You know, that's what some blokes think of craft beers.
Yeah.
It is
Passiona on a
very
bad day.
passionery. I had a beer last night. Very passiona.
Yeah, I think that's the business model of craft beers these days. Just like
Man,
leave some Passiona out on the porch.
make
for-
it
Quick
fruity,
question:
make
passiona
it cidery.
out of date?
No way.
Never.
No way?
No.
Never. What's
Okay.
better than a bit of Passiona on an Aussie beach?
What
with
was
some
the
fish
other
and
one?
chips?
There was another one. There was passiona, and there was another one trying to be passiona.
Pasticcio.
That's still about. What about Tab Cola?
So definitely out of date, Tim. You are.
That's out of date.
You're,
I'm not out of date. Thanks, Johnny.
I don't want to think about beer anymore, Tim.
No, well, the last one was like I pulled a joystick out of the roof, which is the old Atari one button.
Yeah, your son Mason was just in here and he goes, What is this?
Yeah,
I said, it's a joystick, mate.
it triggered the idea that is the joystick out of date, because all through our gaming career, like we were done with this joystick from Atari, and then we didn't really go back to this joystick.
Yeah, that never went back to that style,
Maybe for
did it?
aeroplane games, it's good. But
Yeah.
we never did.
It's definitely improved on the design though.
My thumb's still got, what is it, RSI or whatever?
It's that one button. But
This,
now, have you seen the dexterity of kids these days with like the PS4? There's like 19 buttons on there, and they all used for something in the game, and they move through them seamlessly.
They're good at button pressing, but their handwriting's really slipping.
Yeah,
apparently.
and
I
can
don't-
they build a house or a fort?
I doubt it.
Can they implement a hydroelectricity scheme?
Boy, can they play with their joysticks. So joysticks,
I'm going to say they're out.
they're out of date.
Out of date. I'll just won't go off the out of date thing because that's the exact segue, Tim. I was in my Jezzy's crawl space up in my roof, and I found my Zombie Defense Solutions 3-day survival kit, which happens to be out of date. So it's no good. So we've all got a packet of drinking water that I'm handing out.
How does that go out of date?
It's a
packet of drinking water.
It's a 5-year shelf life. Do you want to have a... Should I
May
open-
2018.
I'll have a sip.
What? All right. We're going to shelve
Can we
it.
all have a sip of that? Okay, shelve it.
I'm going to open it up. Just
It's
like that.
it turns out to be Mayday emergency.
Are we all going to drink some of
Enema.
this?
I'm gonna have a sip right
Okay,
now.
let's
Okay,
get into
here we
this.
go.
we're all gonna.
I'll have it.
Okay.
Mayday. Joke's on us if we actually have to
Jeremy's
get,
drinking from
get
his.
invaded by zombies.
Hey, that's not too bad. That's not out of date. Oh.
Emergency drinking water. Eau potable de Jezbot.
Oh no, it does have a bit of a.
5-year shelf
It's got a
life.
bit of a plasticky.
Approvals. US Coast Guard, Transport Canada approving.
Where's this water
Meets
from?
SO LAS requirements.
I wouldn't be
What is
throwing
this
it
SO?
throwing it out
LAS.
if I was thirsty. Let's have another sip.
That should come in handy.
That's not bad. So I got 6 packets of that.
It's definitely water.
It's not quite the Sam Pally, but it's pretty good.
So you can all have one of those for your home kits.
Another one.
There's another one.
Great.
Each.
Thanks.
I got a glow stick. That's still
Can I
in.
just ask what would happen to water after 5 years of sitting in the roof space? Hot, cold, hot, cold. Hot, cold, hot, cold.
Well, water does that
Well,
all the time. So I got a 6-inch light stick. Glow for her
Just in
safety.
case for a party. They call it rave.
I've got an emergency blanket. Well, that's not out of date. It's one of those silver blankets.
blankets never go out of date.
I've got a pack of matches, waterproof matches, and
Really.
Oh, you got a survival bracelet.
survival
Bear
bracelet.
Grylls knows actually how to use them.
Has twine on it, so you just unravel it, Tim. You can climb up a bloody
Okay,
tree
so
like
that
that.
is
Use it as a coat
the only
hanger.
survival thing worth in there.
Well, there's one more.
I had
that I've
4
saved-
satchels
I've
of
saved
water.
for last. It's the SOS rations.
Ah, great.
So, do you want to have a crack at that?
What is it?
It's vacuum sealed. I don't know what it is. The nutrition
Biscuits?
facts. There's total fats 28 grams.
water tastes weird.
Oh, so, yeah, it does.
What
It's
percent?
all your basic survival nutrients in a block.
It's manufactured by SOS Food Labs. In,
A
in the
name you
USA.
can trust.
So can we? Have you got a pair of scissors, Tim? Because it's vacuum sealed and.
Jeremy actually looks like a zombie.
It does.
All right.
You're really hungry.
Okay.
Probably
so
wouldn't be able to open it.
got the rations. Oh,
What have we got
what
here?
is this? Oh, there you go, Sean Enough.
Oh, yep. They are essential food biscuits, aren't they?
How does it?
Are they,
They're greasy.
They are roily.
Quite greasy.
No, they're in a packet.
So they
Well, let's not open them all.
look like dog chews. They're kind of like the size of a muesli bar,
They smell
but
like
it's a real just a dense biscuit
like
kind of a
so
formation.
Here you go.
coconutty.
Ginger.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Let's just have a bite of Jeremy's one rather than opening 47 of
good
these
idea.
greasy bloody survival blocks. Okay.
Taste.
What kind were they?
It tastes like your auntie's shortbread.
Nougat. A nougat bar.
That's been
I
up
just
and out.
smelt the microphone instead of the biscuit.
That's weird.
I'll tell you what. A little bit of that. Some packet water.
Oh yeah.
That's a lunch.
Oh, you would forget about the zombies in a heartbeat.
Heartbeat. But they say it's out of date.
That ain't no out of date. That's actually not too bad.
That's a great biscuit.
Yeah. Not bad.
That is a good biscuit.
It's got a taste of an Anzac cookie, which makes sense for a survival situation.
So I would say the greasiness is butter.
Hopefully.
I'll tell you what, the ingredients list is half the size of the packet, so you know that's got some...
I'm still eating it. We
Nasty.
only had to taste it. We're all finishing our biscuits
Yeah.
at the expense of the podcast.
Oh, it's got gluten in it, so you stuffed
Oh,
it.
no.
Oh, you're fucked. Yeah.
Why did I eat that?
Something's wrong.
So that's out of date.
Imagine
I
that.
don't know if that is out of date.
The
Wasn't that
zombies are coming.
the name of the segment?
All food distribution systems have shut down, and you can only eat what you can get to survive. You get offered something, and they say, "Has that got gluten in it?"
Or on the flip side,
Oh,
the world ends tomorrow and Jeremy's got nothing to eat.
It's got palm oil in it, and
Oh, you're joking? It's got palm oil in it.
yeah, the orangutans, man.
Yeah, no, we should boycott all palm oil products for the sake of the orangutans. It's pretty disastrous.
I was just about to grab that water. I was a bit thirsty.
Yeah.
I think I will drink that water. Is that what the water's for? One's for washing hands with. Don't drink the hand water. That one's out of date.
That's the future. We're getting a little bit of a glimpse of the
What's to come.
post-apocalyptic future.
I'm excited.
Packaged water.
Yep.
Hey, if it all tastes like that, then what I say is enjoy a bit of pure water now, because you're going to forget the taste when it all tastes a little bit like plastic.
Well, Tim's going in for
I'm
seconds.
going for seconds because I like these doggy treats.
Yeah, see, that's because you've
I
got
bet your
survival
dogs go
instincts.
nuts for
Survival instincts. But I think it's problematic because they're rations. They're supposed to be rations. Why would you make them so moreish?
Yeah.
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 Just asking for trouble.
Yeah, because I was sitting here for 5 minutes going, I need to load up on protein and glutes.
You're
need
supposed to
to-
ration them. Guess what's riled my goat, though? I mean, I
Fried
don't-
your goat.
Bunnings?
Nothing riles my goat too much. But, you know this advertisement? Have you seen that ad? And they're like, you know how like last episode, this is another little bit of a recap how we talked about slogans that made it to mainstream that we use on a day-to-day basis. Well, I've found evidence of a company trying to do this.
Trying to get into the
Actively.
to the lexicon.
Trying to place themselves within the lexicon of our English dialect.
Has it got anything to do with salt?
Nah.
Okay, because we covered salt.
Tim, you're
Salt.
gonna get very thirsty in a minute.
But it is an assault, an assault on the senses.
I see what we did there.
Now, this slogan, if we can call it that,
Yeah.
is... I know,
We're just watching the security cameras.
We do have security
just as a
cameras.
quick update. Sorry to do a left turn there. Trevor's been up and down the court today, looking in my wife's car in the window.
Hearing
And
into
we know that
Peering
because I
into it.
installed security
Oh, yes.
cameras, which we have on for each show. This is delicious, by the way.
Stop eating on them.
May I just say, survival never tasted so good. Please continue.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. All right.
So
yes,
take it all back.
fine. But yeah, no, it has riled my goat. I don't know why, but it is. I think it's because I know what they're up to. They're trying to get into and abuse, our speaking systems and trying to get into our mind to sell their products. And the saying is really, it's just so weak. That's what gets me. Is it's like,
Coke is it.
yeah, no, it's like
Just
do the
do
routine to make it clean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know the ad you're talking
Is
about.
it something like that? Have you heard it?
Billy. Billy's just come in from playing outside, and Mum's in the kitchen, of course.
Yep.
And she says, as he's just about to grab a biscuit, an SOS rations biscuit. And
Before you grab that delicious Moorish SOS biscuit,
remember, Billy, what do we do? And then Billy says, how does he say?
it's like-
do yourself the dream and clean.
to
No,
do the
yeah.
routine.
Do the routine and clean.
Hey, what, are you telling me it's a
To use soap.
commercial?
Use soap, Tim.
What? Don't forget to wash your hands.
Yeah, but it's an ad for hand soap.
Oh,
A particular
actually
hand soap.
selling
And the kid-
flippity sticks.
and the
I
kid's
thought,
like-
I thought it was a community announcement.
It's like
Well-
it's like when Simpsons try to make everyone start saying cowabunga, and it's just not going to
That was the
catch.
Ninja Turtles. Oh, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. They were first.
No, don't have a
Yeah.
cower, man. It's a little bit different. Yeah. Don't have a cow,
And you
man.
just go, it's not going to catch on, dudes. And Billy's never going to say to his grade 3 class, remember the routine, clean. Makes me sick.
It makes me sick. No,
Yeah.
no one's ever going to say that shit.
No.
No, I don't think. If you're a parent out there and you're putting that on your kids, like, it's just terrible. You may as well have them reading Jehovah's Witness scriptures or something.
Yeah, and do you know what else they're not going to start saying? Another ad. It's a power ad, and this is the local lineys. He's
What
up.
does that
He's up
mean?
a cherry picker, and he's like fiddling around with the wires.
Oh, no, they're electricity.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "G'day, Bob. G'day, Sandra. G'day, Macca." Like it's like he's in the street so often that he's remembered everyone's name in the street.
No, because he's spying on them via the lines. He's a
Yeah.
liney.
It's creepy.
It's creepy.
It's a bit creepy.
Yeah, you're up there again this morning, Gavin.
Imagine if you walked out the front with your kids and one of the tradies that you had no knowledge of previously just said across the street, "G'day, Brian."
Yeah, you'd be scared.
Hey,
You'd be
Lucy.
scared as. G'day, Timmy.
Ah, it's good to see you again. We're in that.
Hey, Taco. Oh, I get that a lot. Yeah. Relic.
Well, I believe this is why megastars call their kids Blanket or whatnot.
Yeah.
Apple.
Pear.
So that when Apple or Blanket are walking down the street together and someone goes, "Hey, Blanky," he knows that it's a fan. It's a,
Oh,
it's a
whoever calls you
paparazzo.
blanket. Yeah.
Isn't
Whoever
it?
calls you blanket is bad.
Hey, Blanket, I know your dad, Michael Jackson.
No, you don't.
No, because everyone that knows my dad knows them.
Yep, I've got a similar
He's dead.
system. Similar system. When people call me, "Hey, fuckhead," I know they
Yeah,
instantly
straight away,
know
yeah.
they don't like me very much.
No, you instantly know they definitely know you.
We've definitely met before
You've
somewhere.
definitely met. Yeah.
But talking about hand cleaning slogans,
Yeah.
We're back. Sorry, we did.
well, we did veer off
Yeah.
a little bit, but guess what? You know how many of these things there actually are? See, there already are hand cleaning slogans. They didn't need to do the routine, make it clean, clean, clean.
Yeah.
Why? And what gets me is, why say clean 3 times? Why can't you say do the routine, make it clean? That rhymes.
Yeah,
rhymes.
why clean?
Clean, clean, clean. It's just like, are we all that?
If your product's good enough, you should only need to clean once.
Yeah. Stop me when you're ready.
Stop.
If you wash your hands, you are a winner. In all the lands, wash your hands. Be aware, wash with care.
Okay.
You are grand if you wash your hand. Use the soap, don't be a dope.
I like that one.
Clean hands are guardians of health.
Wow, that's serious.
The last two are from World War II.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
reckon.
that's true.
Yeah.
Grab some soap.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
a good one.
Yeah.
Don't spread germs, wash your hands.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. That's straight to the point.
Yep.
Don't, scared of Germans? Wash your hands.
Yeah, and they go on, clean hands, safe hands. Washed hands are caring hands. Anyway, so there's plenty of them already.
So that's that list that you
That's
just
got to
read
be worldwide.
This is an actual list.
of
55.
hand cleaning.
55.
55 best and catchy hand washing slogans.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so...
Oh, it's a whole
All right,
new
so
world out there.
Okay, well, we're pitching a campaign.
This is
We're
what this
pitching a
podcast
campaign.
gets me into.
So you get into the head office, head office of soap. Yeah, right.
Big soap.
Okay, big soap. Pitch me.
Yeah, and I want to hear shit we haven't heard before.
Yep, and I say, do the routine, keep it clean. They go, what else you got? Do the routine, keep it clean.
He's going, germs are mean, keep it clean. He's going, clean? Clean? Clean?
I love it.
Needs to be cleaner.
Why is your slogan better? Because it's 3 times cleaner than the original one I pitched?
Oh, what's this?
Oh, what have we got here? It is...
It certainly is.
Yes.
Another installment
Chop
of
out.
Chop Me Out.
Excellent.
Haven't had this for a while.
That's a comeback special.
I thought I'd bring it back.
If you're not up to date, this is the first time you've listened. What have you been doing? But it's a chop out. It's a segment that Sean Enough gracefully or not gracefully,
financially?
Yeah, he buys the cars.
He goes in.
Goes out and gets a
that
scratchy.
water.
Yeah, I like the way you put it.
I think
Jeremy?
that rationed water is starting to affect me.
Clean. You having a stroke?
Well, there should be something in there that helps you accept your impending doom.
A bit of Valium maybe, or
Yeah, just in
something
everything.
like that.
Okay, so let's just while Sean Enough scratches the card, just to bring
how's
out.
this going to work? Have we got a mystery name have we got a Chop Me Out candidate?
Okay, Jeremy's in for a doll which you found on the floor in my house.
No, that's
Very
for the
generous
card.
of you.
What type of card is it for,
Oh,
for
it's not to
starters?
keep; it's to scratch the card. with.
Well,
Right.
it's a $10 platinum payout, 2 top prizes of $250,000.
You're a high roller.
He
I
is.
would, I don't think I've ever had
the
more than a
cheaper ones
five-
weren't really compatible for radio, the games, and them were just a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, a bit too
This
personal.
is easy. Yeah, this was just lucky numbers.
Yep, I guess more people walking past the
Some
security
elderly
cameras.
citizens.
They look all right.
No,
they're
they're
above
all right.
that. Not even looking at the car.
We're talking security camera here again, guys.
Not even
Sorry.
looking at the car, but you never know.
So you are quite a high roller when it comes to these chop outs.
Well, I've been going out there trying to get some big bucks for us and our listeners.
Let's call it a who's going to win. We'll chop out Sean's dad.
He's had a few chances.
Quick question.
Have we got any other listeners?
Quick question. Have we ever cashed in any of our wins?
Because we never win.
No. Where do they go?
I've taken them and I've tried, and what has happened is I've traded them in for more scratchies and brought them
And
in,
lost.
and we've lost on them.
Ah, okay. So we need a win.
Yeah.
We need a win. I think this should be for the podcast then, because it's we've sprung on the listeners. They can't exactly contact us now to get chopped in. So let's chop us out.
Hey, what about if we win this time? We buy some Christmas Skate Pods T-shirts for each other. Or
Well, I
something.
actually just gave Sean Enough his Christmas present tonight.
Which was an excellent present, a copy of Ozploitation.
There you go. It's Sean Enough still scratching away there on the old chop out, but I reckon I've picked out your tell, Sean Enough, that you do a lot of as it's getting better. I haven't heard any of that.
You haven't murmured, so
No, I'm still. I thought I'd just bash it out, just do all the bits that have to be scratched, and then read through it rather than keep us all in
okay, yep.
too much suspense. I haven't exposed the dollar values, but I've exposed our lucky numbers.
Okay.
And our not so lucky numbers. We have the numbers 33, 60, 53, 54, 12, 31,
53.
58, and 23. The number of Michael Jordan and Shane Warne.
That's right.
And Jezbot's lucky numbers in there, 53.
Yep. A lot like Michael Jordan's basketball number there.
35. Was it?
53.
23.
23.
Was it? Or was it 53?
No, I was 53. Michael Jordan was 23.
So nothing alike.
Well, it's the
there's
basketball and
threes
there's
in
a
it.
3 in it.
Okay.
Well, Sean's sussing that out.
He's adding it up.
Could you when you buy a scratch off or a scratch it,
Yeah, or a scratchy.
and you win something, and you take it back, and then the dude puts it in the machine and he scans it and gives you a yay or a nay.
Yep.
So can you just buy $1,000 worth of
Let's
scratchies?
just say
Send it through.
Yeah, people do that.
without
There's
even
people
scratching
that do
it.
that, yeah. They stand there, scratch it off, bang, 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 throw them through.
Really?
Which would have saved us the bother of scratching it ourselves. We
Okay.
won nothing this week.
All right. That's all right. That's all part of the old chop out.
Swings and roundabouts. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Most of the times you lose.
Yeah, it's a public
The house-
service.
House always wins, though.
Us always wins.
Yeah.
We are doing a public service here by showing the unlikelihood of winning.
Well, here's a sciencey weird science corner.
Yep.
The Mars. They've landed another thing on Mars that's digging down. Well
They did.
done.
Oh, okay,
Apparently it's
yeah.
very hard to land.
It's hard to do. It's
on
hard
Mars.
to do.
Very hard. Most
Is
of
it-
them crash. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It's
very
hard.
It is very hard.
It's like reverse parking.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's,
You get some, you don't get some.
Some people are really good at it. Other people ain't.
Oh, do we have time for my peacocking story? Who's peacocking me now?
Sure.
Maybe I'll do
Oh,
it next week. I'll do it
do
next
you want
week,
to do that on
just on reversing
mini
trailers,
science,
yeah. So that was science corner-ish.
It's weird sciencey.
It is
yeah.
weird sciencey. What I can sort of smell something. Oh, wait a minute. Is that my guts rumbling? I think it might be that SOS water.
You think so?
I think I might have the squirts. So
The zombie squirts.
Lucky you've got some matches there. You might need a lot of match.
How are you ever going to eat all of that?
it's going into your bin.
Okay, no worries. Well, from all of us here at Turnstile Records presents the Escape Pods, I would like to thank you for listening. And my name's Timmy Taco.
I'm Jezbot. Listen to the mini episodes.
And I'm Sean Enough. Do listen to the mini episodes.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Who are you? One pod left. And 3 of us.
The escape pod. The escape pod.
What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pod is really nice. Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should go down. Goodbye.